Maybe not. The United Way of Kaw Valley is midway through its annual fundraising campaign. You can help them reach their goal to help the community. Campaign Chair Marlou Wagner is here with United Way's Angel Romero. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
I think this campaign has been absolutely no fun for you all.
Not at all.
No, not at all. Very quiet.
Too
I
terribly
know. No
quiet,
chatty,
shy.
nothing.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
absolutely.
But it does make it fun because you try to inject fun in this campaign,
course.
Marlou. What have people been doing already to help out in this goal?
Well, there has been a lot of company campaigns, and some have turned in results, and some are still working on that. And a lot of times those involve lots of fun activities, while education about all of the wonderful work that United Way of Kaw Valley does. But at the same point in time, it's just a lot of fun and also sort of some camaraderie and bringing back that connection with people too.
Yeah, we were talking about the pandemic. It's like kind of the before times and the after times. Here we are now. The goal this year for the campaign is what?
$1.7 million. That's why we're a good team.
I know.
And how far are you at the halfway point?
Yeah, you know what? We are over the halfway point now. So we are at about 867,000. So we are closing in on $1 million, and that's pretty amazing when we think about what's happened in just the 6 months' time since campaign started.
Absolutely. So the amount raised so far, how much does that mean to you? What are you able to do with that dollar amount?
Oh my gosh, those dollars transform lives in so many ways. Those dollars right now, that would help us cover a whole semester of preschool for kiddos at Pine Ridge Prep Preschool right now. So those students are getting access to that critical pre-kindergarten classes that they wouldn't have anywhere else. They're getting that vital instruction to get them set up for success. It also helps with our work in volunteer engagement. So part of our mission is how do we connect people to volunteer opportunities in our community. And so we know in just these first 6 months, we've had over 1,000 people get connected to volunteer opportunities on KawValleyVolunteers.org, and dollars help make that work possible too.
There's so much that people do and need and give back. There's a dollar value to the volunteering, isn't there?
There is, yeah. It's about, now it's about $35 an hour is what a volunteer hour is worth. So when you look at the volunteers we've had just in these first 6 months, that's over $100,000 worth of economic impact in our community.
But the need isn't filled yet,
It is
Marlou.
not.
Why is it so vital? What other sorts of programs and efforts will the money raised support?
Well, and I've been involved with United Way for decades, and one of my favorite things about United Way is the fact there's several things, but also taking a look at a longer strategic approach. There's one effort called the whole family, and so United Way of Kaw Valley really understands the need to take a look at the whole family. Yes, certainly they need food. They need clothes, the kids need education, but they're taking a whole look about how that whole trajectory can be changed with an entire family, not maybe just one or two members of it. So that work, again, is long-term. It does take funding to accomplish that with some incredible organizations that are making that work. So for me, and me personally, it's because we're really looking at how do you change the whole trajectory? How do you change a whole scope of what it means for every family member in a family to be successful?
And it does start early. You mentioned Pine Ridge Prep. United Way Kaw Valley partners with Topeka and Shawnee County Public Library on the work of our BFF, Dolly Parton.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and the Imagination Library in Shawnee County, right? You guys, you weren't jealous at all. So the Imagination Library is just another example of what you all do. So they need you to give and to continue giving. And you know what? There are United Ways throughout the state of Kansas. We're talking about United Way of Kaw Valley's annual campaign, which is Topeka, Lawrence, Douglas, Shawnee, Jefferson counties. Your local United Way does much of the same sort of work as well. But in order to support your campaign for the Topeka area, how do we give, Angel?
Yeah, so, it's never too late to run a workplace campaign. So Marlou mentioned, those companies, big or small, can run a campaign. And it's a fun way to give back. It's a meaningful way for those employees to give back and get to know their fellow employees. So there's always that opportunity.
It's a good excuse to have a bonding activity.
Absolutely. It totally is.
For sure.
Great way to have great food, have a lot of fun at the workplace. The other thing, people always forget, you can give to us outside the workplace. So people can go online to uwkawvalley.org www.wibw.org/give, and they can make a gift right on that website or through any of the other ways that people like to give, through gifts of will, through IRA gifts, and that sort of thing as well.
And if you're one of those who likes to talk it over, get a little more information first, there's the phone number, 785-228-5117. Or if you have time, you know, I've always said, especially when I was early on in my career, I thought I don't have a lot of money, but I have time.
Right.
Visit that volunteer
Yes.
website, kawvalleyvolunteers.org. Angel, Marlou, thank you both so very
thank
much.
you
You
for
can tell
having
they're a
us,
lot of
as
fun to
always.
have
We
around
are.
too.
I will be
Thank
back
you.
anytime.
Okay.
Yes, thank
Hold
you.
you to that. Carl Carlson.